Hi and welcome back to a new art channeling video. Today I'm sharing an easy way how to create a background with Neocolor II crayons. These are the water-soluble crayons, and as an alternative you could also use the Faber-Castell Gelatos or the Dina Wakley Scribble Sticks. Before I go in with the crayons, I create some texture on the background with a stamp. And here I'm adding some collage pieces from an old book page. I use gel medium to adhere them to the page. As the background with the crayons will be a little bit transparent, it makes it much more interesting when you have some texture already on the background that shines through. I have put a little voting in my info box on the top right corner, where I'd like to know which are your favorite crayons. So maybe you like to click there, and if you use some other brands, I would be really interested which ones they are, and maybe you leave me a comment and tell me. When the background is fully dry, I go in with the crayons and I scribble the colors randomly to the background. If you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I am always happy when I can read your lovely comments. When I've added all the crayons, I go in with a transparent acrylic paint. As an alternative, you could also use transparent gesso or gel medium, or you could even use normal white acrylic paint or white gesso. Just when you use a opaque white paint or white gesso, the colors will become more pastel, so this will give you a different look. I now blend the crayons in with the acrylic paint, and I am very carefully not to mix the orange-red tones with the blues, because I don't want to create mud. When this layer is dry, I go in with more crayons, and this time I just blend them with my finger. To make that a little bit more easy, you can wet your finger with a baby wipe, for example. This will also work super cool with the Gelatos or the Distress Crayons, because they are even more soft in comparison to the Neocolors, and they can be blended more easy with a finger. I prefer the Neocolor crayons because I have the feeling the pigmentation and the quality is the best in comparison to the others. Now it's time to add some stamping to the page to create some interest. I'm using the doodle borders from Rubber Dance. I have listed all the stamps and other supplies I've used in the description box. You will find links to my store and also to my Amazon storefront. I'm using StazOn ink to stamp my images because this works best on an acrylic surface. One thing I always love to do is to add splatters to the background. I think that makes it look more vibrant and it also brings together everything. For the splatters, I'm just scribbling the crayons to my glass plate and add water with a brush, and then I can sprinkle it all over the page. While my splatters are drying, I am preparing my main images. I will use the textured flowers from Rubber Dance, and here I'm also using the crayons to color in the stamped images. This is not my favorite way of coloring stamps, but I'd like to show you that it works super easy with the crayons and you don't have to have a tons of materials to create a beautiful art journal page. If you're interested in more videos with crayons such as the Neocolors or the Gelatos, I have linked up a playlist in the top right corner info box. As I want to cut out the flowers, I don't mind to paint outside the lines. Before I glue down the cutout flowers, I will stamp them directly to the page. Why I'm doing this is because there are some details that go outside the lines of the flowers and I want to have those also on the page. I've cut them off in my colored images, but now as I stamp the flowers to the background, they will be still there. I lay a piece of foam under my page because my book is already very bulky and that makes it hard to get a good stamp impression. I really like the look of that stamped flower on the background, so I decided to stamp it to the right side and leave it as it is. To make it even more invisible that these flowers are cut out, I use a black brush pen. This one is the Pitt Artist pen from Faber-Castell, and color the white edges of the paper in black. To finish up the page, I have glued down the flowers, and now I'm preparing some words to add to the page. These are from our Mix a Sentiment stamp sets, and they are embossed in white onto black cardstock. And here you can see the finished page. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you see us next time. Bye!